Today, our quotient of pride multiplies as we have one of the most revered personalities who has taken upon her shoulder the responsibility of instilling the richness and values of a culture and tradition into the lives of students. We also are humbled to extend a heartfelt gratitude to Sri S.V. Rangarajan, a scientist, former director of Heavyweight Torpedoes NSTL, for gracing this momentous occasion with his presence. Sir is a musician at heart and magician at work. Please give a huge round of applause. Now, dear audience, put your hands together as we request the honored guest of the day, Smt Vishakha Hari, to step forward and occupy the chair on the dais. I call upon Prakash Vidyaniketan to welcome our guest with a plant. Thank you, Ketana. I call upon our friend U. Jashwant to introduce Srimati Vishakha Hari to the audience.
The seed of bhakti, even if drying up from the years of neglect, will flourish again in the association of those who really cherish the fortune of Seva, Harikatha and Harikatha, quotes Swami Radhanath. This moment of ours finds expression to the set quote. We consider ourselves fortunate as ever to be in the presence of a great being, Srimati Vishakha Hari, who is one of the foremost torchbearers of the composite heart, Harikatha, invoking devotion within and around. Srimati Vishakha Hari is a Vedic scholar, Carnatic music vocalist and proponent of Harikatha, a form of Hindu storytelling. She is a mentor dedicated to instilling art and creativity within the education of children who she believes are the torchbearers of culture. Madam Vishakha Hari studied commerce and completed qualifications as a chartered accountant. She also secured an All India first in direct taxes. Srimati Vishakha Hari received formal Carnatic training from Guru Lalgudi Jayaraman from the age of 6 and Bharatanatyam training from Guru Sudharani Raghupati. She had no formal training in Harikatha. Her early and elaborate training in classical music has helped her convey the essence of ancient Indian texts in an eloquent manner. Since 2006, Vishakha Hari has performed in several sabhas during the Chennai music season, an artist of All India Radio, Srimad Bhagavatham and Skanda Puranam. She also performs from her guru SriSrianna's works such as Sri Vaishnava Samhitha, Sri Brindavana Mahatmyam, Divya Desa Vaibhavam, Harikatha Amritha Sri Bhakthapurisha Stavam, Sati Vijayam, Satakams and Kirtanas. Srimati Vishakha Hari to several children, instilling in them values and wisdom on a sustained basis. Aren't we eager to lend our ears to what is going to be delivered to us, friends? Dear Madam, we are indeed privileged.
Because I had already set my mind, I thought every lecture was boring. So, I know how you generally feel because I have passed through that stage. Don't worry, today is not going to be a boring session. While driving through the whole 1 hour journey, I was just thinking what to speak to you. You all belong to class 8 and class 9 and 6, 7, 8, 9th. Generally, what do lectures, means guest lecturers like me, when they come, what do they speak to you? You should be like, yeah, about? Can you pass a mic? About what? About you should be like this, don't be like that. About what do you want to be? About how to achieve success? About all that? Yes? About what? What do they speak about? About education. And then about how to become a very successful woman or a successful businessman or a successful scientist or a successful doctor. They speak about, right? Today I thought, for a change, let me hear you speak. Let me listen. And then we will interact to find out what today's children really need. What do you all have in your heart and in your mind? At home, nobody listens to you. Parents, amma, appa, everybody, they keep saying, do this, do that, do that, do this, and after that. At school, again, teachers say, have you finished that homework? Now let's go to the classwork, do this, and after that. For a change, let me listen to you. And then we'll have an interaction session. What do you say about this plan? Yes? We'll go for it? We'll go for it. Okay. So today, in today's times, what do you feel is really nagging you? Something you feel very uncomfortable, something that is not letting you free, not letting you enjoy the slogan. Just as I entered, I saw this slogan, nurture joyful learning. When you come to school, you should want to come to school. You should really love to come to school and then say, yes, I have to go to school today because I love school. But so many children I have seen in many schools, I'm sure this is not happening in this school, because when I came, your dean showed me the dance room, the clay pots, and the music room, the drums, the Casio, the creative rooms, all the rooms. I became a child myself, and I thought, why didn't I learn from this Prakash Institute of schooling? Because all this seems so nice, so creative. But generally, children don't like to come to school. On a Monday morning, if you see this, faces will be like this. And then Friday, Saturday, yes, happy. That last bell, that last bell of eight periods you have, 8 subjects, 9 periods. That 9th period bell, when it rings, there will be one loud sound, bomb sound, madri. One huge sound. It happens here. Here also, no? Vittaporu, just that. The school is over. I just want to go home. What is it that will want you to come to school? What is it that is not letting you feel free? What is your problem? What is the general problem of all students in today's times? Yes? Exam fear. There she goes. Let's give her a clap. Exam fear. You have a test. You have a test on Monday. Then you have a fever on Sunday. You have an exam on Friday. You have stomachache on Thursday. You have test on Tuesday. You have headache on Monday. Monday night itself. How it comes exactly the day before? There you are. Stress. I met one LKG student. LKG means 4 years. 4 years, 5 years. He was looking very dull and drudgery. I asked him his name. He didn't reply. I said, which school are you studying in? He said, just for every question, he said, went on like this, 4-year-old child. And then I thought, what happened, my dear? I am in tension, don't talk to me. I thought, 4-year-old in tension, stress, 4-year-old child. Why the stress and tension for all of you? Generally, adults like us, we only will get stressed. Office stress, business stress, work stress, professional stress, that stress. But school children today, they have more stress than us. It is very difficult to be a student nowadays. Because exams. Did you study? Did you study? Even if you go to drink some water from a bottle, the mama will say, why are you drinking water from the bottle? Did you study? That 1 minute is a waste. 1 minute of time gone. Then stress all the time. So where is the problem? What shall we do? Cut off exams? Then who will give you marking? How will you know who does well? There helps our ancient roots of wisdom and knowledge. Krishna says, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma paleshu. Don't worry about your marks at all. Don't worry whether you're going to get 90 or 99 or 80 or whether you will fail or pass. Don't worry about that. Keep it aside. You don't worry even about your marks. I know what you worry about. You worry whether your next best friend will get more than you. Correct? There you are. I know your psychology. You don't worry if you get 60. Your worry is whether your best friend will get more than you. What if she gets 61 or 62? Because Mama will ask not my mark, but my best friend's mark. Correct? Whoever says it's correct, lift your hands. Oh, the whole class. So my lecture has to be for your parents first, not for you. Yes, we'll call your Amma Appa, we'll call Papa. And then next lecture is for parents meeting, okay, sir? I told him, don't worry. So now how to handle this issue? See, this child worry about the marks. You don't worry about your friend's marks or enemy's marks also. You just keep learning and think of applying your knowledge to whatever you learn. So today, let's say you have learned to use probably the articles a and the. Don't study it as if you are going to prepare for an exam. Start creatively thinking. See, how can you start playing games with those, whatever you learn, start creating games, start playing games. How will you play games? Use a sentence with all three articles. Tell your best friend. So that learning process will be along with your friend. Whatever, if it's science, if it's an experiment, or if it's math, just get along with the joy of learning. How you ask your teachers how it's going to be used as if a plus b the whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab, instead of mugging it up just like that. Try to find experiments. You have lot of resources now. You have YouTube, you have Google. Don't bother about marks at all. You just go on learning for the sake of learning whatever you enjoy. If you enjoy math, enjoy math. If you don't like math, you like accounts or you like science, physics or social or history, get into it, ask questions. Start questioning yourself. Today's problem is the system is all the same system. You have to learn the same physics, the same chemistry, the same maths, whether you like it or not. That is today's system. But now the system is going to change. Whatever you like, you will be able to take it in a few years from now. You can start on finding yourself, discover yourself. What do you like? What do you like? Come on from the boys' side. Yes? English? You like English? So what will you do? If you like English, what do you do in English? Yes? Hands up. Yes, tell me what do you like? Maths. If you like maths, what do you do? You do the calculations. Do you try to experiment with it? You try to experiment with it? Very nice. You try to create games with it? You can do games like you can ask your friend to think of some number and then add 5, minus 5, into 5, divided by 5, same answer will come, no? Plus 5, minus 5, same answer. No? Think of a number. Plus 5, minus 5. 7 plus 5 minus 5. Same answer, no? You like maths, no? Think of a number. Minus 5. Oh, you are so innocent. You are adding the same number and subtracting the same number. That's what happens in schools today. Your brain becomes dull because you're used to that systematic thinking and systematic working on blackboard. Have 7 apples, dear. You have 7 apples. You add 5 more apples. And you take away the 5 more apples. What happens? 7 apples. Now instead of numbers, when you keep apples in your mind, you get it. How? Because you like apples and you don't like numbers. Simple. So whatever you like, try to start experimenting with that. See, today, I generally saw that most of the children are confused. Totally confused. Because you don't know the world outside. The world outside is too big, too lovely, too brilliant. You can celebrate each day. But every day seems the same to you because you get up, you go to school, you learn, you study, you do your homework, then sleep. Then again you get up, you come to school. Instead of making it a mechanical day, whatever you like, some interesting facts. What do you know about Vishakhapatnam? What do you know about Vishakhapatnam? What? It's a city of? Destiny. It's a city of destiny. Eco-friendly city. Only students should answer. Then anything else? That's it? Eco-friendly, destiny, that's it? What do you like about it? Beach. And then? Beach, the hills. That's it. You haven't even experienced Vishakhapatnam. Within this one day, I've seen and experienced that breath and air of Vishakhapatnam. It's so nice. Not only the hills on one side and the beach on the other side. You need to gel with the nature to find yourself. See, yesterday I went to Simhachalam. I was just thinking, students, no? They generally think Prahlada Charitram, all that is mythology, Itihasa. Why do we need to read Prahlada Charitram? You don't read Ramayana, you don't read Mahabharata, you don't read Bhagavat. That is all history. That is, people make it mythology and say that is all not history. But that is all history. You know what? Chhatrapati Shivaji Raja was taught all these stories. Best way to make your life most interesting is to read stories from Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavat. Such a beautiful story, Prahlada's Charitra, was taught to Chhatrapati Shivaji when he was a small child like you. 5th standard, 6th standard, at that age. You know how Shivaji used that Prahlada Charitra? In Prahlada Charitra, what happens? Anybody knows Prahlada Charitra? Nobody knows Prahlada Charitra. My goodness. You know what? Prahlada was a small boy. There was a demon called Hiranyakashipu, and he wanted himself to be declared the most powerful, but Prahlada chanted Narayana, 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 and he said, you are not the God, Narayana is the God. You don't know that story? I have to stay here 365 days and start teaching you Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavata only. That will be the school system education from now onwards. Storytelling. You don't even know Prahlada Charitra. How can you do this? Yes, tell me. You know tell. Hiranyakashipu. He chanted Lord Vishnu's name. He was an Asura Balaka. He was a demon. But he had very good qualities. You cannot be called a good man or a good boy or a good girl just because of your birth, a clan. But he is the greatest devotee of Lord Vishnu. Why? He acquired those good qualities. It doesn't matter which clan you're born to, which race, which kula, which gotra, which caste, which gender. All that does not matter. He only spoke the truth. And then what happened? Hiranyakashipu said,
he told to his sister that to kill Prahlad.
Not sister. He asked his bodyguards to kill his own son Prahlada. Why? Because he wanted to establish himself as the greatest, as the Lord of all the worlds, as the immortal being. Nowadays you see that fruit of immortality. People are trying to find out time traveling machines. Why? They want to travel. I am 44 now. If I have a time traveling machine, I will go to 14 years and then sit like you, there in the chair. I will never get old. If I get old only now, I will die. I will not become old, then I won't die. So Hiranyakashipu did not want to die. So he did that tapas and got that boon of immortality. But when he asked that boon, he said, I should not die of an animal or a human. I should not die during the day. I should not die during the night. I should not die in the sky. I should not die on the ground. I should not die of weapons. I should not die of non-weapons. I should not die of living objects. I should not die of non-living objects. He went on and on and on. What happened finally? Narasimha Swami came out of the pillar. You know Narasimha Swami? How does he look? Half lion, half human. Have you ever thought why he came like that? Because Hiranyakashipu asked the boon that he should not die of a human, he should not die of an animal. So this is human animal, lion man, like He-Man, like Superman. This is lion man, man lion, Nara Simha. Simha, half Nara, Narasimha. And then he tore Hiranyakashipu with his nails. Why nails and claws? Because nail means not a weapon. It's a weapon also. It can be a weapon. It cannot be a weapon. It cannot be called a weapon. If you go to a flight, they check you for weapons, no? They can't hold you and say you have sharp nails. These are weapons, so you can't board the flight. They can't tell you that. So it's a weapon. It's not a weapon. So God is always cleverer and more intelligent than us. What is the point here? There are so many things that you can learn from Prahlad Charitra. The Simhachala Kshetra itself shows that only. God will come to save even a small kid if you just chant his name. You must have that faith and hope that there is somebody to save you from any difficulty. Anytime you have some difficulty, God will come and save me. If you have that faith, then definitely from somewhere that help will come. I saw Gandhiji's photos. Your dean, your sir, showed me so many Gandhiji's photos in his autobiography. Have you read his autobiography? The story of my experiments with truth. He says there, prayer is more real than anything else. Prayer is not just from a homage from your lips. It has to come from the heart. When you really pray for something, and when there is no help at all, help will come from somewhere. You never know from where. Somewhere it will come. That somewhere is God. From someone it will come. That someone is God. From some means it will come. That some means is God. That faith, small 5-year-old Prahlada had. So where did Narasimha Swami come from? Pillar, from a stamba. He came from a pillar. Why? He was full of virtues. He never had enemies at all. He loved everybody around him. Nirvairaya, Prashantaya. He was so calm. He was always loving. He was always full of friends. He never had enemies. Do you have enemies? Tell me truthfully. Do you have enemies? Sometimes you fight with your friends and don't talk for 3 days, 4 days and all, no? Some don't talk for 3 years, 4 years. Why that enmity? Why that enmity? For a simple thing. That day she didn't give my rubber to rub that particular mistake. For that 3 years, your best friend has turned into your worst enemy. For all small silly things we fight. But Prahlada, see his virtue? He was pushed off from the mountain. But he was still friendly. He did not consider his father as a very great enemy at all. Our mother asks us to do the homework, she becomes our enemy for us. Homework, just because she asked us to do the homework. But Prahlada, all the torture, he thought, that is also Narayana. Everything is Narayana. What happened, whatever happens in your life, that is Narayana Sankalpa. How does this story help you now? Vivekananda Swami says, everybody should read Ramayana. Everybody should read Mahabharata. Everybody should read Bhagavata. Why? How does Prahlada's story help you now? What do you learn from Prahlada's story today? That you should not fight with anyone. Very good, very good, very good. Yes. Then you should have faith in something, no? That something, that superpower is God. That is God. That God will help you. That God will give you hope and confidence and courage to fight any challenge that comes in your life. Today, students get depressed and they feel very sad. They go to all extremes. Why? Just because few marks less. Just 5 marks less or 2 marks less. Or because somebody said one small silly thing. For all those silly things, we get depressed. But see, Prahlada, he faced life so gleefully, happily, because he had faith in Narasimha Swami. And then what else do you learn? You know what Chhatrapati Shivaji did? I told you, I started with this story. Chhatrapati Shivaji was taught this story when he was like you all. And then he grew up. That was a time when India was fully covered by Mughals. Full Mughal expansion. Afzal Khan was one person who called him for a meeting. Afzal Khan had plans to kill Chhatrapati Shivaji. So he said, you should come without any weapon. Shivaji said yes, but he knew that he was going to be killed by Afzal Khan. He also knew which story? Prahlada Charitra. So when he went without arms, but he made his ironsmith design tiger claws, like Narasimha claws. Weapon. He became a scientist himself. He designed tiger claws and then wore it like rings on all his fingers. When he went for Afzal Khan's meeting, Afzal Khan tried to kill him, stab him on his back. Immediately, Chhatrapati Shivaji used his tiger claws and pulled his claws, pushed his claws into Afzal Khan's body. And that is why India is now independent India today. Because of Prahlada Charitra, Chhatrapati Shivaji Raja re-established Swarajya, our own rule. So all these stories are not just for, these are just stories, why to learn all these stories? You can learn so many values. First of all, you can learn to be happy under any circumstance, and all circumstances, under all challenges. No, he never had a dull face at all. He never had a dull face, though he had so many, he was being crushed by the elephant. Still nothing happened to him. He was asked to drink poison. Nothing happened to him. He was asked to enter fire. Nothing happened to him. You know why? Your mind is more powerful than the body. Your mind, if you feel fresh, creative, if you feel faith, if you have faith, hope, confident, then even in your 90s and 100s, you can still go working hard work you can do for the nation, you can serve the nation. But if your mind is weak, if you're not feeling enthusiastic about anything, today's students, no, they are not enthusiastic about anything. Beach, oh beach. Hill, oh hill. Animals, oh just animals. Ice cream, oh ice cream. Why you're not enthusiastic about anything? Because too much you have seen. Ice cream, every day ice creams you have eaten. Every day you have seen something, anything which is rare, that becomes very enthusiastic, no? So never get into too much of luxury. Too much of bhoga will take that enthusiasm out of you. Hard work in the right direction, that will help you be enthusiastic, working for some noble cause. Everybody has one same common goal. Can you tell me what? Everybody, we all have one same common goal. What is it? Success. Do you think success brings happiness? Yes. Okay. Are all first rank holders very happy? They don't have friends at all. No? Sometimes you're a first rank holder. You're saying no. Do you think all great celebrities are very happy? Those who are very successful? No. Then you said you want to be successful. So what is your goal? Confusing you? Huh? I've heard of many stories, very great celebrities, but they will be always depressed because they want to have more success, and then more and more. Navakoti Narayana, Purandaradasar had 9 crore rupees. In which century? 15th century. 9 crore rupees. But he always had a very dull face. You know why? He was called only Navakoti Narayana. He wanted to be called Dashakoti Damodara. Which means what? He wanted 10 crores. He had only 9 crores. So what is the goal now? Success is not the goal. So what is your goal? All people, not only students, adults also. To be happy. Tell that loudly. Say that happily, no? When will you be happy? Always. Are you happy always? Yes? No, he says no. Why are you not happy always? What is your name? Tell me, why are you both not happy always?
Because we are hostels.
Oh, yeah. You are in hostel? You'll come with me? I'll take you both. No? I'll tell you a way to be happy in hostel also. Make lot of friends. Lot of friends. Both of you are friends? Both of you are friends? Are you all friends with these hostelites? Hey, Najama solle, are they friends with you or not? Or mari illa? Somehow or not. Don't worry. Even if you are in a hostel, I told you Chhatrapati Shivaji's story, no, now? He didn't have a place to live at all because in that time, no, that was the Kalaha Kala, revolt. So he had to actually escape from every cave and that's how he learned guerrilla warfare. If you have some interest in painting, you like painting? You like painting? Draw a lot of pictures. That will make you very happy. Along with your friends, what do you like? You like cooking? You like cooking? No. You like sports? Yes. Spend a lot of time in sports. Some field that you like, if you start putting time in that field, never compare yourself with others. But my guru Lalgudi sir, no, he would say, don't stop comparing. Compare, but not with others. With yourself. Compare with yourself. Today, see if you are better than yesterday's Vishakha. Today's Vishakha should be better. Tomorrow's Vishakha should be better than today's Vishakha. So start comparing yourself with yourself so that you will raise your standards. No? You start playing, you start drawing, and then tell me whether you feel happy. Okay? Done. You'll be happy from now? Yes. It's your duty. It's the duty of all the non-hostelites to keep the hostelites happiest. Will you? No answer. You're not responsible for the happiness of others? You know when you can become happy? Sit down. You know when you can become happy? It seems there was one child. He wanted to be happy like this. He thought he'll be happy if he started eating an ice cream, because he loved ice creams. He ate the ice cream. After that, he was happy for 5 minutes. And then after that, not happy again. Then he wanted a chain. He bought a chain. He was a very, rich, well-educated family, rich family. He said, Amma, I want a chain. I want a new dress, coat. He bought that. He thought he'll be happy if he buys that coat and that dress and that boots, shoes, costly shoes. He bought it. He was happy for one day, and then again same. And then he thought if he has a room for himself, all decorated, all that ceiling and all decorated with stars, galaxies, he will be happy. Some people like that. So that was done for him. 4 days he was happy. 5th day again he became unhappy. His parents were constantly worried how to keep this child happy, how to keep this child happy. Every time he is unhappy. And then they understood, you know what? You cannot be made happy by buying things externally. You cannot be made, children cannot be made happy. They cannot be made happy by buying things from outside. Happiness comes from inside. It comes from inside. So what he was asked to do? Instead of buying, he was asked to give his dresses to an orphanage of 40 children. He gave all his dresses, he shared all his ice creams and all his food, and then, he became happy. When you give, when you share, you become happy. It's difficult to understand, but start doing it. Once try it, you'll become happy. You make others happy, you make others laugh, you will start laughing. You want to laugh yourself, it's very difficult. You make others happy in your life, you will become happy automatically. That is why it says, children cannot be made good by making them happy, but they can be made happy by making them good. It's the other way. So if you share something, if you love somebody, then you become happy. Love, prema. That is what is seen in Krishna Avatara. He loved all his friends. He happily played on his flute. He is the embodiment of love. No? So now did you get the point? You have questions? Yes, what question? You have questions for me? Yes, what question?
Ma'am, then why didn't he love his uncle Kamsa? Why didn't he love his uncle Kamsa?
Very good question. He asks, what is your name? Dikshit. Dikshit says, why did not Krishna love Kamsa? Krishna loved Kamsa. Kamsa did not love Krishna. That is why he had to kill. You know what? Narasimha Swami loved Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu did not love Narasimha Swami. So why did Krishna or Narasimha Swami had to kill Hiranyakashipu or Kamsa? You know why? Because Kamsa and Hiranyakashipu were torturing so many people around them. If they were left just like that, they would torture millions and millions of people for yugas and yugas and yugas. If good has to prevail, bad has to be destroyed. If you want to be a good boy or a good girl, then the bad girl in you has to be destroyed, right? Always there is a yuddha in our heart. The Devasura yuddha is not going on in Swarga somewhere there. The Devasura yuddha is going on where? In our mind, in our heart. We are the Devas, we are the Asuras. Whenever that asura comes up in our, that multiple personality, have you heard of that? Multiple personality. Whenever, when you want to do something, suddenly you will feel, ayo, inniki venda, we will do it tomorrow. That homework tomorrow. When will that tomorrow come? Tomorrow. Then tomorrow? Tomorrow only. Annikku oru vaartha, innikku oru vaartha kedadu. I don't speak the untruth always. I will do it tomorrow, mummy. What did I say? I will do it tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. When does tomorrow come? Never. So, that asura in you will say that bad habits. Why won't we indulge in all those bad habits? Let's torture others. Let's do all the bad things. In cinemas nowadays, more than good, only bad is being shown. So you don't know what dharma is, what adharma is, you don't know. You think whatever the hero does is dharma. But most of the heroes are doing adharma only nowadays. So you are confused. So whenever that asura in you comes up, how will you kill that asura? You have to kill that asura. Only then that deva in yourself will come up. So all that is symbolic. If Krishna has to come up in your heart, Kamsa in you has to die. And when will he come? When you become a Prahlada, when you become loving, when you become calm, when you love everybody around you. Okay? So that is why there is this shloka, Paritranaya sadhunam, to protect the sadhus, vinashaya cha dushkritam. You have to kill the dushkrits. Did you understand? Convinced? Any questions for me?
You have hatred in our heart.
Not at all necessary. In fact, to remove evil, you have to develop goodness. You have to develop goodness. Same story. See, Rama, if he had wanted, he could have struck Ravana right with one astra. But he gives Ravana a chance. He gives Ravana a chance again and again and again. He wants to remove evil. What method does he use? Sama Dana Beda Danda. Ravana, he gives a chance. First, he sends Hanuman as the Duta. And he says, please give back my Sita, I will let you. I'm not going to kill you if you'll give Sita. Ravana says, no, I won't give. If you give back Sita, I will give even my Ayodhya. Shatamugana Ayodhya Ichenintivi. By the way, you know what I do? I do Harikatha. I will sing and tell stories. Sing and tell stories. Sing and tell stories. That is what is called Harikatha. Here in this song, it's a Telugu song. Nata sahodaruni raju jesitivi. In the third attempt also, Rama did not kill Ravana. He gave a chance. He took Vibhushan into his grasp. See, your brother is with me now. At least now change into a good man. Still, he did not become a good man. Hatamu jesitivi tyagarajanuta. Finally, he had to kill Ravana. Was Rama evil? No. So to destroy evil, you need not become evil. To destroy evil, you have to become good. It's the other way around. Do you get it? If you want to destroy darkness, you have a very dark room, Kanna. If you have a dark room, to make it bright, what do? You don't put in more darkness. You just switch on the light. Got it? It's the opposite. To destroy evil, you become good. Yes. Any other questions? Why did Hiranyakashipu hate Narasimha Swami? That is a long story. It goes to the Saptama Skanda of Bhagavata. They were two Dwarapalakas, Jaya and Vijaya. They thought that they were, you know the story, yeah? Tell me then. Okay, give the mic to him. He says he can answer the question. Many years back. Sages, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara. 4 sages came to visit Vaikunta, Vishnu. Dwarapalakas, Jaya and Vijaya, did not let the sages in. They thought that God is only for humans. God is for monkeys like Sugriva, like Hanuman. God is for birds like Jatayu. God is for small creatures like that squirrel. God is for everybody. But what did the Dwarapalakas think? God is only for us. So they did not let the sages in. So what happened?
So the sages cursed them.
Sages cursed them that they would get 3 asura janmas. Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Shishupala, Dantavaktra. So they became asuras. Asuras are those people who do not like anything which is good. What does that mean? Asuras need not be only in some loka. We can ourselves become asuras if we don't like good things. Amma, Appa, teachers tell you to be good, you don't like to be good, then we become asura. If you start lying, if you do papa, you become an asura yourself. You understand? Yes. Any other doubts for me? Anything that you need clarification, your mind is confused about something and you want to get rid of that confusion? Yes.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste.
Materialistic world.
Hmm.
So, how to convert this world to materialistic to devotional?
Beautiful. What is your name? Pranav. Beautiful question. He says this world is full of materialism. What does that mean? Drishtikisaram bagulalanar sadanar bakasenami tadana dulanu devadi devanaranam midiniga kanubadabja bhajanambu marachina duduku galananu edora koduku brotsura. Whatever you feel, you see, you go on the streets, you see the shopping malls. Beautiful dresses you want to buy. Beautiful jewels you want to buy. Sofa set you want to buy. Today's world is full of materialism. How will you convert that materialistic world into a devotional world is what Pranav is asking. You know what I feel? You can't convert the world from a materialistic world to a devotional world. You can convert yourself from a materialistic person to a devotional person. You can convert yourself when you see everything, no? Instead of seeing all that maya, all this is illusion. 10 years back, that shopping mall was not there. 10 years after, you never know it's not going to be there. You never know what it's going to be. All that is maya, all that is illusion. What is Shashvata is dharma. And dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If I'm virtuous, if I'm a good person, if I help others, then that dharma will protect me. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. So instead of trying to convert the materialistic world into a devotional world, convert oneself into a devotional person. That is what Prahlada again, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. You like to read stories about God? Read. You like to sing? Sing. You like to think? Think. You like to do puja? Do puja. Just 2 minutes puja before coming to school. Or while coming to school in the bus or in the car, just smarana. 2 minutes. That will help you a lot to overcome whatever you have, that clutching those desires, no? All those desires you can overcome. Anything else? Yes? Any confusion in your mind? You just, yes.
Where you welcome as it is where the art form welcome as it is welcomed in India.
In the international platform?
Yes.
Of course, yes. It is welcomed as it is in India. International platform, the Harikathas are in English. I had a British turning up to me with eyes in his, with tears in his eyes. Tears in his eyes, he said, I've never heard of Indian scriptures. That's their accent, right? I've never heard of Indian scriptures. And I've never heard of India's glory. But now I feel I just should bow down my hands and say, glory to India. And that is what that Britisher did. That is what the Britisher did. So Indian scriptures are not just for India. These truths are universal truths. Love everybody. It's applicable for an American, it's applicable for an Australian, it's applicable for anybody in Pakistan and Afghanistan. Love all. Don't hate even insects or reptiles. In our Sanatana Dharma, we don't even hit snakes. Even snakes are worshipped. Truth which holds good for a Britisher, for anybody, for a person who will live in Iceland and Greenland and Antarctica also, speak only the truth. Satyam vada. Dharmam chara. Love your parents. Matra devo bhava. Respect the guests. Atiti devo bhava. It holds good for everybody, right? So the greatest contribution to the world is Indian scriptures, because it holds good to the entire world. So entire world is indebted to Bharata Desha, because our Bharata Desha is the greatest for having given all these scriptures. That is what Vivekananda Swami says. So I think with that we will conclude, and so happy to see you all again now. I think the no dull face. Yes, all are happy? Yes, ma'am. Happy? Yes, ma'am. With a happy face? Yes, ma'am. Yes, if it can cause a change in your lives, I would be really happy. So joyful learning and virtuous living together. Dharma. Follow dharma and follow the ancient scriptures and roots. Get back to reading all those stories that you don't know. You will have a lot of messages from those stories. So meet you soon again. All the best. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram.
Every ending has a new beginning. With revitalized thoughts and resolutions, I, Dikshit, on behalf of Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan, take the privilege to propose a vote thanks on this special occasion. I profusely thank our guests for this gracious presence and valuable words. We are indeed blessed to have people like you to bring our culture and tradition into the limelight as it had been earlier. I also thank Sri S.V. Rangarajan for his valuable presence. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank our beloved director, sir, for giving us this opportunity. Thank you all.